Welcome to the Pete Show. We're the three Petes.
I'm Stabby Pete.
I'm Pete Noir.
And I'm Country Pete. I don't know why we did that. I'm not sure how that went that way. That's where we are.
And we are drinking some dark beer.
Yes.
This is very noir right here.
This is how I like my coffee and my women. Dark hearted.
I like mine in a plastic cup.
This is the last beer of our Broken Tooth Pete special on Broken Tooth. We are doing, they're one of the first, they're the second brewery I drank in Alaska. They're a brewery that has
and it's great. They're Moose's Tooth, Bear's Tooth Theater Pub, yada, yada, yada. They're fantastic.
Thanks for the movies and the pizza.
Yes,
awesome.
they've
We
had-
love them.
Love them.
And this is my favorite beer of theirs. It's their porter. And it is, man, look how dark that is. It's not even a stout, but you cannot see through that. That is dark as a lawyer's heart.
I think that's why the guy said we shouldn't get the stout. I was thinking about getting the stout or the amber or something else they had there, and they were like, "You should just get the amber because the stout and the porter are close." Was one of the things he said to me.
They're close, yeah.
Really good. I like it. As we approach fall and the crispiness of grass and the cool morning air, I love
But it's
beer.
so this is 5.5% alcohol and
pretty low.
30 IBU. Amazing.
Wow.
30 IBU. Wow. But I'm not picking up the bitterness like we did on the previous
Yeah,
beer we had,
that
which
Bear's Tooth was pretty hoppy.
and that was only 9 more IBU.
Yeah. And this is more malty. But I think this is almost
malty.
So good.
A lot of roasty flavors.
Coffee.
Man,
A lot of coffee.
I'm not picking up the coffee, and I'm very sensitive to coffee because I hate it.
It's unfortunate you hate God's gift.
You know, more coffee.
yes. I consider
More
God's
coffee
gift.
for you.
I consider God's gift yeast, but I don't. That's me. I think yeast. Like, how would you like? God had to truly love us to make something that pooped out alcohol.
I mean, you're a God.
Not any God. Your God made it too. Whichever Odin or whoever made yeast was one of those guys.
Odin stole mead from the Jotuns.
Is the Jotuns the
Giants. They're the chaotic forces of nature.
That's Jotun with a J, sir.
I think it was super funny when they had the shortest guy in Hollywood play the Jotuns.
play with one of the Jotuns. Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was
fantastic.
That was fantastic. I thought that was like a great play on stuff.
I mean, it doesn't help that it doesn't hurt that he's a fantastic actor.
He is a fantastic actor.
He's so great that as a dwarf he could play a giant.
Yes, it's true. It's amazing.
I mean, I don't know many giants who can play dwarves.
We do make a bunch of Marvel quotes on the show.
It's Marvel.
You don't watch any Marvel movies?
No, of course I do, man. I watched X-Men growing up, and I have the comics, and I had the trading cards, including all the ones where they're in the danger room, and it forms up into the giant picture of, them fighting in the danger room.
That was from X-Men 96 or 97.
97, yeah.
Yeah, they're making a new season of that. It's pretty exciting.
You think I'm small, bub? I'll pick on somebody small. Like I love Wolverine and that, and Sabretooth. They don't mention they're related whatsoever.
No, they don't talk about it at all.
That was a Wolverine Origins thing, really.
Yeah, which was that was definitely a movie which I've watched.
Origins was bad, but it was good.
Although I watched it when I was deployed to Iraq, and
it had to be good for you.
And so of course it was a
bring the
pirated
age game.
version that wasn't finished. So like the final scene with the nuclear reactor is like all like gray CGI stuff and not.
Oh, really?
Not finished. It wasn't even finished.
They don't get you to finish movies in the Army?
No. It was all
Air Force.
I mean, it was pirated and It was,
Support your troops so they don't have to have grainy footage.
It's true. It's true. That's 100%
Stop
true.
donating cell phones and donate terabytes.
Ooh, that's funny.
What are we drinking again?
We're drinking what's the name of it anyway?
Prince William Porter.
Prince William. Prince William Sound is the thing outside of our Anchorage, right?
Other side of Anchorage, other side of the mountains. So it's where Valdez and Whittier is. And
If you're thinking of Resurrection Bay.
there's 27 glaciers that feed into Prince William Sound.
But there's only one
That's where-
26 glacier cruise.
26. But that's greener.
Addition is simple. You take a 5, a 5, a 9, and a 7. You add them all up, that's the number of heavenly sights you'll see.
Was that a quote from a movie? I did not get it.
26 glacier cruise.
Can I have some more of this Pete Noir's favorite drink? I mean, Stabby Pete's favorite drink.
Stabby Pete's. So far away. They're long enough. Wow, that's
I need
surprising.
to feel. I'm feeling it. Oh, that's hilarious.
Despite global warming, that slogan has remained the same for like 30 years.
You know, the glaciers have gotten a little smaller.
Yeah.
The glaciers have definitely got smaller. The
I'd like to say average, but yes,
It's totally average, man. It's totally average.
we went to when we first got here in 2000. You gave him more than me. Do you like him more than me?
Yes.
We went to the one right down towards Girdwood. What's the one down there?
Sure. I don't know.
Oh no.
Whittier?
No, on the way to Whittier, there's the glacier. there.
glacier?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Portage?
Portage Glacier. When we first went there in 2000, the Portage Glacier was in the lake. Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That's true.
And now we go there. It's like a couple miles up. You have to walk up this little trail to get to. It's a couple mile walk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know.
That probably killed you.
I didn't walk it. I brought binoculars.
Binoculars.
I was like, I can see the glacier from right here. Where's my beer? Yeah, I didn't. My elderly parents walked it, but I didn't. No, I'm joking. They didn't walk it either. We're all lazy. But it was nice. It was nice to see it. But it's like it's way back up there. I went to the glacier in Seward, and they have trees that came out of the glacier that were like petrified, and they dated them back to thousands of years ago. That's the last time the glacier has been back that far.
Wow.
That's some old trees.
I mean, global warming is happening. Is it man-made or is it just the fluctuation of the world? That's another question we won't talk about here.
I mean, climate change is something that's happened as long as we've had climate.
Mm-hmm.
I said earlier in the day before we started recording that thermodynamics is to blame.
Yes. Don't cut it. I just did so I could.
Too late, I already did.
All right.
Oh.
We'll start it back up.
I already did.
All right.
Ooh, I have to speak to my agent. Ooh.
Ooh, did you know how the money works for this? There's zero money.
Zero money?
You get free beer.
What about ad space?
You do get beers. You do
Well, we got it sponsors first.
Can I get paid in Shibu coins?
Hey, this episode's sponsor is Raid Shadow Legends.
get no,
No?
not yet.
Fuck. I suck anyway.
This is brought to you by Circuit City. Check out our new 10 megabyte hard drive.
What's so terrible about that statement is I actually sold a computer with a 10 megabyte hard drive.
Oh my god.
No, I think the smallest hard drive I sold.
You kids ready for the internet? Get ready for Netscape Navigator.
I remember when CD burners were $10,000.
I remember when D&D was graph paper, not this fancy D&D Beyond.
Okay, yeah, I totally remember that.
Yeah, I just.
That wasn't that long ago.
That was, your jokes aren't gonna hit as hard.
First edition. Who's ready?
I'm so sad I sold that book. I had the one with the demon on the front of it.
You know, Xanathar's not a beholder, but just a title. Anyway.
I love your voice acting.
I like when telemarketers call. I pretend to be old. And I make them repeat whatever they just said to me over whatever, like a 5-minute course. Like, yeah, we're thinking of this. I was like, I'm sorry, could you repeat everything you just said? I'm so sorry. One time I acted like an Alzheimer's patient. I was like, Billy? Is that you, Billy? And I kept making them repeat. And then after a while, the telemarketer was like, yeah, Grandpa, it's me, Billy. And I was like, you're not Billy.
That's so bad.
Hold on, I think we need to make some notes.
Yeah, really.
Yeah. What a fucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
This is R-rated. Shop Circuit City. We have Pentium computers.
Pentium 1?
Yes, Pentium 1s. They didn't know what Pentium 1s were because they were just Pentiums back then.
dude, get ready to have the ultimate processing power to play Diablo. It's Circuit City.
These are awesome cuts.
Do you like Fallout on CD-ROM? Well, come on down to Circuit City.
I literally told someone that they were buying like the top of the line computer. It had a 4 gigabyte hard drive. I'm like, you'll never fill that up.
Gigabyte.
Bro, do you like playing Myst in instant-to-instant replay? Me too. How long does it take to find that button? Hours.
Two most things I remember from Circuit City gaming time is playing. We had to set up so a Sony computer and a Sony computer, and we had Mech Warrior linked together with like a thing. So you
Mech
could,
Warrior 1?
yeah, you could
Holy
play them.
shit.
It was just Mech Warrior. There's no one.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
just Mech Warrior. Yeah.
So
I grew up on Mech Warrior 3.
yeah,
Oh my
so you
god.
have to know how people. It was like having.
Space bar to jump.
It was like having people would come in. They would like, I already bought a computer, but can I play some more? Because it was like, because you could play. We had it so you could do like box against box. Like
They bought a computer, but they didn't have a friend.
yes, exactly. Well, also it was difficult to do like the setup that we had because we had him linked through a printer cable,
LAN cable.
a LAN cable. It was a swap
LAN
cable.
Party?
Yeah, but it was at our store. We used it to sell computers.
Those aren't a
then-
thing anymore.
And then there was this game called Myst that had a guy in it that said, "Can I want a rye? Can I have another?" Or like he was like wanting some whiskey rye.
Yeah.
And he would say it was like everybody would play the first part of the story, and they would always get to that part. And I would always hear it, and I'd be like, "Oh my god, I want to fucking kill that computer."
There's something
Is that why you don't like whiskey?
Maybe it's also I have a weak palate.
we don't know this from the 90s that they don't make anymore. Text-based game.
Yes, they don't
It
make
was
it.
like move forward, throw brick, and the game was like I don't understand. You're like, ugh.
Yeah, I remember that from my TI 99 4A.
Zork 1.
Yes, when I was but a mere 4 feet tall.
No, you weren't even born when I
When I played
When?
I played Zork when I played Zork in '84, you weren't alive.
It's true.
When I graduated.
Oh my.
I was just a thought in
Your-
my father's second
Your
year.
your dad may have been a virgin. I don't know.
Yes, it was that long ago. Anyway, we're
Prince William Porter.
Prince William Porter. Man, we went off the rails so often there. Like this is like
Rails. Where we're going, we don't need rails.
this is like the Indiana.
Party!
This is like the Indiana Jones of Pete shows. It's like
I brought this up earlier, by the way. I'm sorry to tangent. But for as much as Indiana Jones says that belongs in a museum, he didn't put any of those artifacts in a museum.
You know, we never saw the follow-up.
Yeah.
Except for the first one, where it was the big government warehouse. But that was out of his hands.
I think my favorite
That was
what's
Roosevelt.
what's the actor's name that does that?
Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. Which he was on a talk show or whatever else, and they were like, and somebody was like literally trying to give him a hard time. It was like because he had just done the Han Solo remake in the first Star Wars movie, and they were like, "Are you going to redo all your stuff from the youth and suck it dry?" He's like, "Yes, I am." He's like, "I did all that work. I'm going to get all of it I can."
Yeah, we're going back to do The Fugitive.
Yeah, he's pretty much been back and done all his greatest hits. He's like done
Not the fugitive.
not the Fugitive.
No, the Fugitive.
They did a couple remakes of that without him being.
Well,
involved.
no, they did sequels.
Sequels. Yeah.
Yeah, they
he
didn't
wasn't.
remake The Fugitive. There hasn't been a Jack Ryan. That's
Although
done
the Fugitive itself was a remake.
Yes.
Oh, from the 1960s or 70s.
No,
Like
Jack.
50s even.
I thought Jack Ryan wasn't a thing.
No,
Hold
Jack
on.
Ryan was something else. The
Hold
Fugitive.
He was Jack Ryan in the Air Force One movie.
No,
yeah,
he was
that-
the
was-
president in Air Force One.
Was he
no.
also Jack Ryan?
He was Jack Ryan.
Was he Jack Ryan the
Well,
president?
no,
Yes.
not Air Force One. No, not Air Force One.
Not Air Force One.
But as Jack Ryan, that's the Tom Clancy novels.
yeah,
and
yes,
they went
yes,
and
yes.
they went back into the Jack Ryan series. But
He
With Alec Baldwin. Goes back to a conversation we had
no,
earlier.
that was before. Alec Baldwin was Jack Ryan
God
before
damn it.
before
He's,
Harrison Ford was Jack Ryan.
But Harrison Ford Jack was president and also Jack Ryan. All right,
Yes,
so
but-
Prince William Porter is an excellent beer.
Fantastic.
We I'm not sure where we are. Right
Well,
now.
all right. We haven't given ratings for it yet.
Yes, okay.
Let's do ratings. Ratings
Ratings.
of beer.
I'm gonna go first so I can get it out of my mouth before somebody else starts talking about something else. I'm gonna give this a 3.75. I really like it. I think it's great. Great beer. I would drink again.
This is
Go ahead. Go ahead. Do it.
This is Pete Noir. This is a
This is as black as your soul, Pete Noir.
This is a 3.75.
Oh.
I enjoyed this beer. I give it a 3.75 King out of King rating, despite it being a Prince William.
Prince.
So my rating is a solid 4.0 for this beer. It's a great beer.
It's great
I would
beer.
drink a whole pitcher while watching a movie.
Yes.
What movie?
And he has.
Air Force One
And I have.
with Harrison Ford.
What are they going to
Present danger.
You know what that
As long as I'm not driving, because drinking and driving is wrong.
bad. You know the funny bit, my favorite part about the Harrison Ford, Tom Clancy, whatever movie, is they killed off. What's his name in the very first part of it? They killed off
Oh, what's his name?
not Van Damme.
Old Van Damme guy.
No, the guy who does all the Aikido.
Bro, this is not helping.
Steven Seagal?
Steven Seagal. He dies in the first couple minutes of that movie.
But Steven Seagal does terrible judo.
What movie are you talking about?
Air Force One.
No.
Steven Seagal's not.
You're thinking of Executive Decision,
Executive Decision. Yeah,
which
sorry.
was a terrible
Air
fucking
Force
movie.
One's-
Harrison Ford's in it.
No,
Is he?
Air
No.
Force One's Gary Oldman.
Yeah, he was the
Oh.
villain.
I've got your daughter, your wife, and your baseball.
You're mixing up
glove.
like 3 movies, bro.
That's fun.
I love you.
I love you, buddy.
You're great.
First hug of the Pete Show. This has been a train wreck. The most train wreck I've been responsible for since forever. I've enjoyed it the most.
You know, a train wreck usually happens when the train goes off the tracks, but this train was never on the track.
I don't know if I'm not sure we're even in a train. This might be an Oregon Trail, like dysentery kind of conversation.
Hey, man, do not diss Terry. Trust me.
Yes.
What is a train without a conductor?
That's right. We did not have a conductor tonight. We just had a train.
All right. Like, share, subscribe.
Yes. I have to make tinkle again.